Now we have Dr. Stacy Graham, who's going to come out and talk to us about using primary sources. And let me talk to you a little bit about Dr. Graham's work. Dr. Graham is doing some phenomenal work across Tennessee and at MTSU University about how to integrate primary sources into your curriculum, how to get to these sources, access them, and she's going to talk to you more about that. Let's have Dr. Stacy Graham. Nice? Well, welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khan.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me be here. I'm going to talk about primary sources and why they're so important. One of the reasons, they are a great strategy for engaging students in the inquiry method. In other words, questions, asking questions, which of course is very important for creating respectable work and creating a meaningful work experience. So what are primary sources? Well, they're the things that you create every day. They're the things that life is made out of. They are letters, photographs, diaries, song recordings, and just about any other kind of artifact that is created during the time under study. So we're going to look at an example of one of those in just a minute. But I wanted to also tell you, not only these are primary sources and they're important, but where can you find them? Yes, of course you can find them in local libraries and museums. You can even find them in your own purses and, like I said, in your daily lives. But a really great source for new media primary sources for finding them online is the Library of Congress. And I am a project coordinator for a program called the Teaching with Primary Sources program. And this is a program of the Library of Congress, and they are trying to promote the use of their millions and millions of digitized primary sources that are available from their website for anybody who wants to go on. So now that we know what they are and where you can find some, why would you use primary sources? Why would they be good for creating these kinds of meaningful work experiences? Well, for one reason, they make the subject matter really come alive. They tell stories, they offer windows into personal experiences, and they just really are memorable for students as opposed to reading about something in a textbook. When you actually see an image of that thing or you hear a recording of that thing, it's a lot more memorable and it's less removed from the actual source, because that's why it's primary. And so it's a more meaningful way of getting at the subject matter. It also, using primary sources helps develop critical thinking skills, higher order thinking skills, including critical thinking, analysis, recognizing bias or stereotype, comprehension of historical chronology and the way things fit together. All these things are tested, whether you realize it or not, when you are looking at or reading or listening to a primary source. Because in that case, you are the historian, you are the scientist, you are the one deciding how you're going to interpret a source for your classmates or for your teacher. And another reason why it's really good to use primary sources are they are very accessible to a wide variety of learning styles. So people who have trouble getting content from just reading can really access that content very well through primary source images. And another reason, which I didn't put up on this slide, but was very important, is that it increases empathy in your students because they get to know people who lived before them and get to see what those experiences were like for those people. And it really helps them think from different perspectives, which not only is, a way to think critically, but it's also a way to just, think like a humanist. And so the creation of empathy is something that should not be overlooked with the use of primary sources. So let's take a look at one and see what kind of questions we can ask. This is a photograph, and I'm going to let you take a look at it and decide for yourself what you think it is before I tell you. And if you are too far away from the screen, I'll go ahead and I'll read that billboard. It says, "Next time, try the train. Relax." So what are the questions that first come to your mind when you look at a photograph like this?
Who are the men?
Who are they? Yeah, that's definitely one of them. What's another one?
Why are they walking? Yeah. Why are they not on the train?
Why are they not on a train? That's a great question.
What do they carry?
What's in their suitcases? Yeah, what have they got with them?
What year is it?
What year is this photograph taken?
Where are they going?
Where are they going?
Oh no, let's find out where they've been.
Where are they coming from? And why are they going from one point to another?
What are in the bags?
Right, yeah, exactly. What are they smuggling? Right, right. These are some really good questions. And I'll get to a couple more in a second. I just wanted to mention that you yourselves have just now, in looking at this picture, used your powers of observation and also your powers of imagination, as well as empathy, trying to imagine what these people's experiences are like, and trying to put it in a context of a larger historical narrative. So you've all undergone some critical thinking right there, whether you realized it or not. And something that could add to looking at this photograph that might help you understand it more, add another photograph from the same time period. Do a compare and contrast, or listen to a sound recording from the same time period. You can find thousands of photographs and song recordings from this time period, which is the Great Depression, on the Library of Congress website. And the more you look at, the broader your idea gets of this glimpse of history. And this, the title to this picture, by the way, is called Toward Los Angeles. And it was taken during the Great Depression by a photographer named Dorothea Lange. And so I just put up a few questions on the screen, but you've already answered some of them. Maybe we could tackle, why do you think this photograph was taken? Especially with the billboard right there.
The irony of it.
Yeah, it's a great example of irony, which is a concept that might be a little advanced for some grade school students, but which is nevertheless very striking. I mean, they can realize something's weird. You know, why are they not on the train? You know, what's going on here? And it really reveals kind of a deeper level to the story.